Once upon a time, there lived a couple named Ada and Tunde. They had a special need child named Ade. Ade couldn't hear or talk. She was born that way. But her parents loved her so much. One unfortunate afternoon, Tunde and Ada were about to hire a new babysitter for their daughter because her former sitter traveled out of the country. Out of the two candidates that came in for the mini interview, the couple settled on the younger lady, thinking she would be better for the job. We expect you to be here by 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, and your only job is to take care of our daughter, Ade. Ada told Sade, the new babysitter. You would be paid every 26th of the month. Tunde added. Sade went on her knees thanking the couple for choosing her. May God bless you, she said, happy that she got the job. Ada went into her daughter's room, where she was busy playing with her toys. My darling, come and meet your new friend, Ada said as she carried her smiling daughter to the living room. Sade, meet Ade, our bundle of joy, Ada said to Sade. Sade immediately ran to take Ade from her mother's hands. Like we told you earlier, Ade has hearing and talking disabilities. So please be gentle with her. Tunde, Ade's father, told the babysitter. Don't worry, sir. I am very good with children. She will miss me once she starts school, Sade said confidently, and Ade's parents laughed. The following day before Ada left for work, she prepared her daughter's favorite food, fried rice and chicken. When Sade resumed work that day, Ada informed her about the food. Please dish her food after she is done brushing her teeth. I made extra fried rice for you too. Sade, I hope you don't mind. I don't mind at all. Thank you so much, ma. Sade thanked her boss before she proceeded to dress Ade. She enjoys eating light in the afternoon, so give her cereal and some fruit, Ada instructed Sade as she was about to leave the house. I love you so much, she said, kissing her daughter goodbye. Ade looked so sad as she watched her mother leave. Immediately Ada left, something shocking happened. Sade took the smile off her face as if she had been wearing a mask. She dragged Ade from the entrance to the sitting room with one hand. The poor girl cried, but Sade just kept hissing. Today your suffering begins, Sade screamed at the crying Ade. She then proceeded to the kitchen and dished the delicious food Ade's parents prepared. She ate the first plate right in front of Ade. Your mother is a good cook. I give her that. This is delicious, she said, and without giving her a taste, she ate another plate of rice. Few minutes later, Sade ate the third round and 4 pieces of chicken. Ade became very hungry and cried louder, but Sade kept laughing in her face. Cry me a river, I will swim in your tears. Thank God you are deaf and dumb. You will not be able to report me to your stupid parents. Sade grinned wickedly. Few minutes later, Sade picked up the remote and changed the station from the Cartoon Network to a movie channel. She spread her legs as she sipped the cold cup of juice in her hand, paying no attention to Ade. Hours later, when it was time for Sade to serve Ade cereals, she stood up. It is time for your afternoon food, Ade, but my stomach is full. What do we do? Sade paced up and down before she finally decided on something. She then proceeded to pour the cereal in a bowl, added milk, and pretended she was taking it to Ade, before suddenly heading towards the guest toilet, where she flushed down the bowl of cereal. Poor Ade was helpless. She was even too hungry to cry. Few minutes later, Sade brought up a cup of water to Ade. The girl drank it all and slept off. Later that evening, Ade's father was the first to arrive. "Welcome, sir," Sade greeted him while trying to help him with his briefcase. "Good evening, Sade. Don't worry about the briefcase. How is my angel this evening?" he asked. "She slept off after eating. She ate so much," Sade lied to Ade's father. He thanked her for the service and told her she could leave if she wanted to, but Sade insisted she would wait till her official closing time. She then went to where Ade was sleeping and used a small blanket to cover her. Tunde watched with satisfaction. He was happy they got a good babysitter. When Ade's mother returned, she also thanked Sade for taking care of Ade all day. "It was no trouble at all. Your daughter is such a sweet girl," Sade told Ada before she left for the day. The next day when Sade arrived, Ada told her to help Ade brush her teeth upstairs. But immediately Ade saw Sade, she screamed and kept screaming till her mother showed up to the scene. Ada asked what the problem was and Sade feigned ignorantly. "I guess she doesn't remember you," Ada said to Sade while petting her daughter. "I don't blame her. Children forget things and faces easily," Sade added. After Ada calmed her daughter, she rushed to take her bath and left for work. As soon as she left, Sade rained terror on Ade. She started by pulling her hair. "What was the drama for this morning? You wanted your mother to save you from me?" Sade glared as she kept pulling Ade's hair. Ade began to scream, but Sade got even more angry. "Your plan is for me to lose my job, right? You little witch," Sade thundered. That morning, she ate most of the food and left about 6 spoons for Ade. Later in the afternoon, Ade stood in front of Sade and held her underwear, signaling to Sade that she wanted to pee and needed assistance to do so. But Sade dismissed her. When she couldn't hold it anymore, she peed on herself. Sade saw this and turned red in anger. She slapped Ade's back severally and left her in the stained cloth for long. But when Sade noticed that Ade's parents would soon be back, she quickly gave Ade a shower and dressed her up. Ade's mother returned that day with a big bag of clothes, shoes and bags for Sade. "I got these for you," Ada said as she handed the shopping bag to her. Sade was very surprised to see the contents of the bag. "This is too much, Ma," she said. "You are wrong, Sade. Nothing is too much for someone who takes good care of my princess." "Thank you so much, Ma," Sade said joyfully to Ada. Despite Ada and Tunde's kindness to her, Sade refused to desist from her appalling behavior towards their daughter Ade. She continued to eat most, if not all, of the food in the house, leaving little for the hungry little girl. She would always beat Ade for the smallest infractions or sometimes for no reasons at all. But perhaps the worst part of Sade's cruelty was her neglect of Ade. On some days, Sade would spend hours lodging in her boss's room, soaking herself in their jacuzzi and sipping wine while Ade was downstairs alone. Hungry and scared, Ade would cry herself to sleep many times, feeling abandoned and hated by the person who was supposed to take care of her. Ade's disability made it even harder for her to communicate her suffering to her parents. Since she couldn't hear or speak, she couldn't tell her parents about what she was enduring at the hands of Sade. She felt trapped and helpless, unable to escape the clutches of her cruel babysitter. It seemed that with each passing day, Sade's malevolent actions towards Ade grew more and more severe. It was as if she took pleasure in tormenting the innocent girl, relishing in the power she held over someone so vulnerable. During Ade's nap time, Sade would chase her from her bed and force her to sleep on the floor. Those who don't have a bed to sleep on don't have a smaller head than yours, Sade will say before pulling the girl from the bed to the floor. Days when Ade screamed louder, Sade would cover her mouth, preventing her from alarming the whole estate. One afternoon, after Sade had carried out her usual maltreatment on Ade, she suddenly heard a car drive into the compound. She ran to the window to check who it was and discovered it was Tunde, Ade's father. Sade froze. She didn't expect anybody to come home during that time of the day. When she regained herself, she ran to carry the sleeping Ade, who she had forced to sleep on the floor. She quickly placed her on the couch and also ran to fetch a blanket from the room and cover Ade with it. She did all this to hide how much she had been maltreating the girl. Tunde came in and Sade greeted him wholeheartedly, with so much enthusiasm and smile. She asked why he came home so early, and Tunde explained to her that he had a meeting with some business partners somewhere close by, and so he decided to bring ice cream and some snacks for his daughter. Sade asked if he wanted her to wake his daughter, but Tunde insisted she allowed her to sleep. You can put the ice cream in the freezer till she wakes up, Tunde said to Ade, but as she took the bowl of ice cream from his hand, Ade woke up. She saw her father and struggled to communicate something to him, but she just couldn't. Tunde rushed to sit with her. I didn't mean to wake you up. Daddy is sorry, okay? He said to his daughter before carrying her on his lap. Tunde told Sade to hand him the ice cream. She did, and he started to feed his daughter. Tunde was surprised at how fast Ade took the ice cream, but he concluded she just enjoyed it and nothing more. If only he knew the girl had been constantly starved by the evil babysitter they hired. He was still feeding his daughter when he got a call, which prompted him to leave immediately. He waved his daughter goodbye and drove out of the compound. Immediately, Sade confirmed Ade's father had left. She snatched the bowl of ice cream from the young girl. There shall be no enjoyment for you as long as I am in this house.
With Alice's fantasy. Hey, you can watch Amazing